Missing Michael Vaughan, Monkey Mondays, where we only cover the facts. Missing Michael Vaughan, Timeline, Part 5. John Walsh once said, "One missing child is one too many." The farthest outskirts of Boise, Idaho, is a small town called Fruitland, a place that gets its name from the many apple orchards littered throughout the farmland. Inhabited by a warm and tight-knit community of only about 6,000 people, Fruitland is a city along the Snake and Payette Rivers in Payette County, Idaho. It lies along U.S. Route 95 in the Treasure Valley of southwest Idaho, about 50 miles west of Boise, on the border with Oregon. It is part of the Ontario micropolitan area. Over 2 years ago, Fruitland has become nationally known, and the reasons behind that have very little to do with the fruit orchards. Over 2 years ago, Fruitland, Idaho experienced a tragedy that has still not been solved. Fruitland is the home of missing boy Michael Vaughan. July 27th, 2021 started like every other normal summer day for Michael and his family. His mother, Brandy Neal, had been working numerous days in a row, and that this was finally her last day before a break. She promised her son Michael, whom she affectionately dubbed Monkey due to his rambunctious and full of energy personality, that when she returned home, she would have a few days off for them to play together. Brandy called home later that afternoon around 4 p.m., and Michael was playing video games. Everything was normal. She didn't know at the time that a few hours later, she would receive the call that would change her world. The fun-loving, blue-eyed little boy who likes to play outside. No one could find him. That's when the seemingly normal summer day of July 27th would turn into a 2-year-long nationwide missing child search, leaving everyone pondering the question, where is Michael? December 3rd, 2021.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us here on this Friday edition of the News at 10. I'm Shira Matsuzawa, and we're staying on top of the search for the missing 5-year-old Michael Vaughan from Fruitland. Police say nothing has been ruled out, and the likelihood this case is possible abduction increases each day. Our Tristan Lewis joins us now with more about what partnering agencies are providing to the case. Tristan.
Shira, numerous agencies locally and out of the state are working with Fruitland PD to find Michael, from Idaho State Police to the FBI, each making it clear their mission is to recover Michael and bring him home. After months of searches and sharing his face and name, the question still remains, where is 5-year-old Michael Vaughan?
It's been surprising to me that this case has not gotten more national attention.
The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children has been following Michael's case since he went missing on July 27th. In 2020, the Center for Missing and Exploited Children was able to resolve more than 27,000 missing children cases. More than 1,100 of those were abductions.
And due to the fact that we've conducted multiple searches using every tool available to us with no success, it increases the possibility that Michael was abducted.
Even with the heightened possibility Michael has been abducted and still missing 4 months later, the center says communities cannot give up hope.
We always want to remind people that it is important to stay vigilant in these types of cases, because more time goes on, the less and less attention a case like this gets.
A big part of what the center does is make sure missing children's stories are not forgotten. They go on national media programs, share images and details on social media, and more to reach new people.
Because at this point, police, that's what they're relying on, is help from the public.
They believe law enforcement in the case are doing a good job of encouraging people to reach out and send information if they've seen or heard anything in regard to Michael. But they don't believe that's enough.
I would like to see this case get more national attention, because if this child was indeed abducted, who knows where this child is now? The child may be nowhere near Fruitland. It's important to make sure that everybody's looking for Michael, no matter where they live.
And I reached out to Fruitland Police, and they tell me they are still working to identify that white Honda Pilot and a man with a dark hair wearing a white T-shirt and black shorts that were in the area the time Michael disappeared. They are not considered suspects, but police want to talk with them about what they may have seen or know. And Shira, this again continues to be an ongoing investigation by Fruitland Police.
I know the community isn't giving up hope, so thank you for keeping us updated.
December 22nd, 2021.
It's been nearly 5 months since little Michael Vaughan, a 5-year-old boy from Fruitland, was first reported missing. Search efforts and investigations into where he could be, might be, continue.
Tonight, his mother, speaking to us tonight, believes her son was abducted and is asking that he will be returned safely home.
She sat down with our Tristan Lewis for the first time. And Tristan, you've been on the story since it first broke back in the summer, and she says she is not giving up hope.
Yeah, Mark and Kim, Michael's mother, Brandy Neal, says pure panic and fear is what went through her mind when she found out Michael was missing. And while she and her family are working to be more present, there is not a moment that goes by she does not think of him.
The detective and the captain brought this over yesterday.
Generosity is something Brandy Neal and her family have seen a lot of in the past few months.
We always put the Christmas tree up as a family and decorate it together. It's always something we do, and talking with the older kids the day before yesterday, we weren't going to put it up this year.
A donated Christmas tree from Fruitland High School students on Tuesday, decorated with ornaments, another act of kindness from a community shaken by the disappearance.
And so this was a blessing.
A blessing, but what she is really looking for is a clue to what happened to her son.
I don't even know how to explain how you do it every day, how you keep going, but you can't give up, you have to try.
Michael Vaughan has been reported missing since July 27th. Brandy was at her job that day, and Michael's father, Tyler Vaughan, was watching the kids. She was scheduled to work until 9 that night. She got a call at 7:04 p.m.
Tyler said he couldn't find Michael. He was screaming for him, and I could hear the fear in his voice, and I froze at the moment. My coworker saw me, and it's like, go. And I ran, I grabbed my purse, and I drove as fast as I could here.
Pulling into her neighborhood that night, she saw police and neighbors everywhere, shouting and searching for Michael.
It's a blur because it was all so much, but there were people still out in the fields at 4 o'clock in the morning, community members, because we didn't leave outside for months.
Although Brandy describes Michael as a friendly and curious boy, she says he rarely wandered off outside by himself. And the few times he did, it was never farther than the end of their street.
The feeling was that he may have wandered, but I didn't believe that.
Today, what do you think?
I believe my son has been abducted. I believe somebody took him.
Not a second goes by Brandy does not think about Michael. Even those few moments she's enjoying time with her family or watching her other kids' activities at school, she said she feels some guilt.
There was some jokes made, and I got very emotional. And my beautiful daughter, Mama, it's okay not to live in sadness all the time. Like, she told me that, she's like, it's not good for us to live in sadness all the time. And she's right. And she said, it's not that you're not thinking about him, and we're not thinking about him, but we gotta try, Mama. I said, okay.
While she tries to live in the present more, her desire to find Michael stays just as strong. She continues to ask everyone to continue to share Michael's story.
Because somebody has to know something, somebody has to have seen something. And you just try to keep pushing forward.
Brandy and her family thank everyone who has been there for them throughout the past few months, and she says they continue working with the Fruitland Police Department, who, she says, at this time has become more like family to her. And Mark and Kim, getting Michael's name and picture out there nationwide is what she's working to accomplish. And anyone with any information, again, is asked to contact the Fruitland Police Department.
It's heartbreaking, and I know so many people right now are praying to give her strength and her family strength as she's going through this. It's just so difficult to hear.
Unthinkable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tristan.
Nobody's going to give up hope.
December 24th, 2021. As the search for missing 5-year-old Michael Joseph Vaughan surpasses 150 days, the Fruitland Police Department reminded the community this week to keep him in their thoughts, both in their own lives and as they gather to celebrate the holidays with their families. According to an update posted to the community on its Facebook page on December 22nd, the department has received 738 leads in its ongoing search. The update reads in part, the Fruitland Police Department, with the assistance of the Idaho State Police and the FBI, continue to search for missing 5-year-old Michael Joseph Vaughan. Our efforts over the last few weeks have included more ground searches in a remote forested area north of Weiser. Investigators continue to work every lead that comes in. Post expresses the department's gratitude to the community for their support in its monumental task of searching for Michael. As most of us prepare to spend a Christmas holiday gathered at a table with family and friends, we ask you to keep those who are unable to gather in your prayers, specifically 5-year-old Michael Joseph Vaughan. There will be an empty seat at his family's table, and for many of us in the community, an empty place in our hearts until Michael comes home. It also reminds the community to be grateful for the things they have now. May this Christmas be a time we focus on our blessings and remember the greatness of a community is measured by the compassion of its members. Have a Merry Christmas. An outpouring of support can be observed in the comments section of the department's post. Our family is forever grateful for the Fruitland Police Department, Idaho State Police, and the FBI for their continued support and efforts to bring Michael home, wrote Brandy Neal, Michael's mother. As I have said before, they have become family as well as the community. As you keep Michael and our family in your thoughts and prayers, please keep these amazing officers and agencies in your prayers as well. Their hearts are heavy as ours. Sharon Sherwood wrote, this is still so unbelievably heartbreaking. Nobody should have to go through this. Christmas is going to be so hard for his family. Terry McCoy added, prayers for everyone, and may God please bring Michael home with the help of all this community and police force. A reward fund established for information leading to the safe recovery of Michael now stands at $52,206 and is available until March 31st. December 24th, 2021.
Tonight, family, friends, and the community in Fruitland gathered to hold a candlelight vigil for missing 5-year-old Michael Vaughan. Now, Michael, also affectionately known as Monkey, has been missing since July, and our Andrew Bartline was at that vigil. Andrew, how was the turnout, and did the family have anything to say?
They did, Sharon. We'll get to that in a moment. There was around 50 people gathered at the Fruitland City Park, just blocks away from where Michael Vaughan was last seen in late July. The crowd lit candles, joined in song, and the vigil opened in a prayer for Michael and his family. The prayer asked for Michael's safe return home and to bless the family as they push through these holidays without Michael. Michael's mother, Brandy Neal, shared a few words for people in attendance. She thanked the police and community members for their continued efforts to look for her son, and she also took a moment to speak directly to her son, Michael, as well.
We will never give up hope, my love. We are here to help light your way home. Not a single one of us will ever give up until you are home safe, and you will come home And we will not stop, and none of us will stop until you come home. And we love you so much. And we all miss you so much. And we won't stop. I promise. We pinky promise, baby. We pinky promise we will never stop, please.
Michael's family continues to ask people to keep sharing Michael's picture and to keep talking about their missing son. They want his picture to be everywhere in hopes of keeping awareness high and potentially opening up a lead that brings Michael back home safely. The reward for providing information that leads to Michael's safe return is now more than $52,000.
January 26, 2022.
It's been 6 months since 5-year-old Michael Vaughan went missing from his family's neighborhood in Fruitland. Michael, affectionately known by all as Monkey, was last seen in July. Fruitland police continue to investigate, and the family wants to keep sharing his picture in hopes it brings Monkey home. The reward for providing information that leads to Michael's safe return is now more than $52,000.
An update.
This is Sarah Wandra, 35 years old. Sarah lives at 1102 Red Wing Street in Fruitland and was living there at the time of Michael's disappearance. We believe that Sarah has firsthand knowledge and is involved in Michael's abduction. This is Sarah's husband, Stacy Wandra, 30 years old, a male. Stacy was also living at 1102 Red Wing Street in Fruitland and was living there at the time of Michael's disappearance. We believe that Stacy has firsthand knowledge and is involved in the abduction of Michael Vaughan. This is Brandon Shirtliff, 30 years old, of Kuna, Idaho. Brandon was living with Sarah and Stacy Wandra at 1102 Red Wing Street at the time of Michael's disappearance, and we believe Brandon has firsthand knowledge of Michael's abduction. Brandon is currently believed to be in North Dakota. Adrian Lucian, 32-year-old male out of Toledo, Ohio. Adrian was staying with Sarah and Stacy Wandra at 1102 Red Wing Street at the time of Michael's disappearance, and we believe that Adrian has firsthand knowledge of Michael's abduction. Adrian is currently believed to be in Toledo, but floats between Ohio and California. I strongly encourage Shirtliff and Lucien to contact the Fruitland Police Department detectives as the window of time for talking and cooperation is coming to a close.
Brandy Neal, Michael Vaughan's mother, said, "Keep Michael's face, his name, and his story in every one of your hearts, your eyes, and your minds. Our family is broken without him."
Anybody that has any information, please contact the Fruitland PD. We just want our monkey home. We just miss our baby and we want him home.
Anything helps. Anything.
Michael Vaughan, also known as Monkey, has been missing since July 27th, 2021. When Michael was last seen, he was 5 years old. He had blonde hair, blue eyes, approximately 3'7" about 50 pounds. Michael was taken near his home in the Southwest 9th Street in Arizona around 6:40 p.m. to 7 p.m. This is a new timeline according to law enforcement. If you know of his whereabouts or see him, please call 911, the Fruitland Police Department at 208-642-6006, Crime Stoppers USA 1-800-222-TIPS, or call the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children at 1-800-843-5678.
Please, please, bring Michael home, please, please, please.
He's beyond missed and beyond loved, and we need him. We need him.
He's coming home. And we're waiting for him. We're all waiting for him. Every single one of us are waiting for him. And we are going to bring him home.
Michael Joseph Vaughan, affectionately known as Monkey, entered the world on June 24th, 2016 as the beloved son of Brandy Neal and Tyler Vaughan. With an adventurous spirit and a zest for life, Michael embodies the purest essence of joy. Blessed with captivating blue eyes and golden blonde locks, Michael's playful demeanor has endeared him to all who know him. However, tragedy struck when Michael went missing on July 27th, 2021, from Fruitland, Idaho, at the tender age of 5. Standing at 3 feet 7 inches tall and weighing approximately 50 pounds, Michael was last seen wearing a light blue t shirt adorned with a Minecraft logo, dark blue boxer briefs, and sandals. Despite extensive efforts by both the community and law enforcement, Michael's whereabouts remain unknown. Authorities have determined that Michael was taken near his home on Southwest 9th Street at Arizona between 6:40 p.m. and 7 p.m. The Fruitland Police Department is urging anyone with information to come forward immediately, calling 1-208-642-6006 or dialing 911. The unwavering vigilance and support of the community are crucial in bringing Michael safely back home to his family.
And we're just not going to stop. Everybody should know that. We are not going to stop until we uncover the truth in its entirety, I would say. You can't take one of our most precious citizens from us and ever expect us to stop.
He's coming home.
If you know of where Michael is or see him, please contact Fruitland Police Department at 208-642-6006, Crime Stoppers USA 1-800-222-TIPS, National Center of Missing and Exploited Children at 1-800-843-5678 or dial 911. Hope is why we're here.